The Gem Mine in Westwood, New Jersey is a truly unique shop where you can find incredible one-of-a-kind items.
The pieces that come in, it's like when somebody brings in an estate, of jewelry, it's like a treasure hunt. It's like a Christmas gift. You open it, you never know what's going to be in there. The vintage pieces come to us from different estates. Say somebody's grandma died, or old Aunt Tessie, or the older women who have collected and bought jewelry for themselves and were given jewelry over the years. They'll bring it to us when they're trying to get rid of stuff, as older people tend to do, or that type of thing. I don't have to go to estate sales to get them. They basically come to us. We've been selling vintage jewelry for about 35, 40 years now. So the more that we see, the more that we know. We research everything in books when we can, on the internet, find out about the different manufacturers and different artists that have made, put their stamp on the jewelry and whatnot. So the prices, it's a combination of experience, having researched it, and having seen it over the years. Some people come in with stuff that they would throw out in the garbage, and we'll find, by looking at it and knowing, and seeing all this stuff over the years, we'll say, oh, that's a very special piece. That's a very special piece. So we've had some very, very interesting pieces over the years. So it's we love looking at all of it. You never know what you're gonna see. I think when it comes to different eras of vintage jewelry, I think all the earlier stuff. I like this personally. I like the stuff that's from 1960s back. There's always something interesting in each decade that they've made. So, and a lot of so many people have designed jewelry and different manufacturers over the years that somebody has done something interesting. We started getting involved in vintage jewelry back in the 1980s. One of our customers was an antiques dealer, and she said, oh, do you want to sell some of the stuff here that I have, because I have quite a bit of it. And so that's how we started taking it in, and then some of our customers would see it and they say, oh, I have some I'd like to show you. And people call me every single day and say, I have my mother's old jewelry or my grandmother's old jewelry, can I come show it to you? I have so much vintage jewelry that if I opened 2 other stores, I'd be able to fill them all up. Years ago, my mom used to take in like anything, all of the whole estate, but since space is limited, I try to cherry pick what I think is going to go, whether it be, something I'd put out for $20 or something I'd put out for, several $100s, so I try to have a mix of things here. I try to gauge what I know sells, because we've been doing it for so long. I find with any jewelry, whether it be new jewelry or vintage jewelry, it's not so much education. The first thing is to be drawn to something aesthetically, and then if you want to know more about it, sometimes that will make the decision for you that, piques your interest even more, that type of thing. It's very interesting. The earlier jewelry, the Victorian, the early 1900s, maybe the 1910, early 1920s, they're pretty recognizable. There are certain eras that are very recognizable, like the Art Deco era. A lot of it was very geometric. The Art Nouveau era, which came before Art Deco, very swirly and fairy-like and stuff like that. So a lot of them have specific looks to them, but not all of them do.
The Gem Mine is a truly special place, and if you don't look close enough, you might miss something.
Don't ask me what my favorite vintage piece is, because I don't have a favorite. I like something about all of them, I know.